Hey, you guys, welcome to day 11 of March Madness practice questions. As always, I like to get into a disclaimer before going into our questions. For those of you who are familiar with me, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all, how are y'all? And for those who are new here, welcome, you guys. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock. I am a family nurse practitioner, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. As more of you are joining, I have received some questions about, if I'm just starting out, but I've been doing this since 2015 and teaching courses. I've taught at universities. Um, a lot of my courses were ANCC certified. I've done a lot of things. I've done live courses. I've done all of the things, but I'm happy you have found me. I'm doing things a little bit differently to try to provide additional resources for reviewers. So that's why I'm doing more of the YouTube videos. But yes, I offer classes. I have review material, and we've been at this for some time now. Thousands of review students have passed with the nursing studio. Um, I commonly work with reviewers who have been unsuccessful in the past, really honing in on those weaknesses, making them strengths. But y'all learn about me. Go check out some of my videos, some of my beginning testimonials and things. But yeah, we've been on this journey for a little while now. But welcome, you guys. Again, I'm Dr. Brittany Weinstock. I'm a family nurse practitioner, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. And I provide all these resources that I just talked about to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with being successful on boards as well as in practice. But I always like to give this disclaimer to remind you guys that we know that there's no absolutes in medicines, and we treat on a patient by patient basis. And the questions that I provide to you guys are based off of the current guidelines on the exam. And if I'm teaching on something and if it's something for current practice, I'll say that versus what we are currently testing on so there's no confusion. Okay? All right, let's get into question number one for today. All right, question number one states a patient presents to the office with complaints of a headache to the right side of his head. He states that he has excruciating pain to his right eye. How should the nurse practitioner diagnose? Is it A, migraine, B, tension headache, C, cluster headache, or D, Bell's palsy? Take a moment and tell me what you think in the comments. All right, I always recommend reading the stem of the question first to be sure that you're answering what is even being asked. So the stem of the question states, how should the nurse practitioner diagnose? So this patient came in complaining of headaches to the right side of his head with excruciating pain to his right eye. I'm not sure why that autocorrected like that. That's not even okay. But I want you to think about that. So this is a unilateral headache. It's causing excruciating eye pain. So start to think about those headaches. And when I teach, I always try to tell y'all to think of things in a group. So think of the unilateral headaches. Our migraines are unilateral. Our cluster headaches are unilateral. Tension headaches are bilateral, right? So we can remove B because tension headaches are bilateral and band-like. Migraines are unilateral, but they typically have, you know, photophobia, nausea, vomiting. They usually have other symptoms as well. With that excruciating eye pain, that's classic when we're talking unilateral headaches. That's classic for a cluster headache. So C is your best answer. And just remembering we treat also with triptans and high dose oxygen therapy for this. All right, question number two states a 40-year-old female presents to the office with complaints of urinary frequency and dysuria. The urinalysis reviewed shows glucose negative, ketones negative, protein negative, specific gravity 0.015, nitrites are positive, and leukocytes are positive. How should the nurse practitioner diagnose? This is A, a complicated UTI, B, an uncomplicated UTI, C, pyelonephritis, or D, kidney stones. Take a moment and tell me what you think in the comments. All right, stem of the question states, how should the nurse practitioner diagnose? I always tell y'all when we're talking diagnosis, you got to go back and see what the assessment looks like. How are they presenting, right? What are their subjective, objective signs and symptoms, and what has the provider you observed? So they came in subjectively stating that they have urinary frequency and dysuria. And we're looking, as we're doing our assessment, and we're looking through the UA results. Clearly, it's a UTI with those positive nitrites and leukocytes. There's no ketones, glucose, protein, or anything like that in the urine. So in this case, the answer is B, an uncomplicated UTI. This is a female patient um, with no other complications. So this is an uncomplicated UTI, meaning when we go and think of our treatment, she only really warrants a 3-day regimen. Now, if it was a complicated UTI, like if she was pregnant, if there were more things on the lab scale, if it was the elderly, or if it was a male, we would then think complicated UTIs, and this would warrant a treatment of 7 days. So we still can use the same antibiotics, but the duration of the therapy changes based on the complicity of the patient, right? So this is an uncomplicated UTI, which if there's no allergies or anything else, we would go with first line therapy macrobid, also known as nitrofurantoin, times 3 days. All righty. Question number 3 for today. A patient presents to the office today with complaints of a migraine headache. The nurse practitioner is discussing abortive therapy for migraines with the MP student, which shows adequate teaching. Is it A, Elavil, B, Depakote, C, sumatriptan, or D, propranolol? Tell me what you think in the comments. All right. So again, stem of the question states the nurse practitioner is discussing abortive therapy for migraines with the MP student, which shows adequate teaching. So, what is abortive therapy for migraines? The answer is C, sumatriptan, remembering and paying attention to those terms. So, if they're asking for treatment options on boards, if they say abortive treatment options or prophylactic, you need to know one versus the other so you're not making a careless mistake by missing over that one word in the stem. So, abortive therapy for migraines is yes, C, the triptans, sumatriptans, and all three of the others are um, different types of prophylactic treatment for migraines. All right, you guys, I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't had a moment, go check out our other days of practice questions. We've been doing it all month long. But as always, be sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure that you share with whomever you may think may find this beneficial as well. But be sure to meet us back here for more practice questions and resources to help you for exam success. Now, if you are looking for other resources and needing any review tools, we do have online courses, self-paced, as well as group courses. We do have an upcoming 5-week intensive. Um, all of that information is out. I will also put the link for that in the description. We have a review book that includes system by system breakdown with interactive sections and practice questions in the back with rationales. You can get that as an ebook, or you can get the paper back copy. Also, I do offer one-on-one sessions where we spend whatever time that you enroll in. We spend it based off of what you have going on. So I give you options. So we could do practice questions that entire period of time. If you are stuck on weaknesses, we spend that to make your weaknesses your strengths. Or sometimes people, as they're close to boards, they like to do just a run through of all systems to gauge their readiness. So if you are looking for any of that assistance, just reach out to us at the Nursing Studio. Our telephone number is 803 400 6864, or shoot us an email at the nursing studio, the number one, at gmail.com. All right. Bye, y'all.